is more... Okay. Now...
And by the way, I'm selling CDs, and they're $200,000 a piece. I'm just looking to sell one.
Have you shared your plight with your daughter?
Yes. She knows the whole story.
But it's got to be tough to share that with your daughter because you realize in saying this to your daughter, you now suddenly can be perceived as how the mom was slinging shit in the other direction.
I made the distinction that I would never talk bad about her mom and that I gave her great stories about her father because I realized once we proved that I wasn't her father, that put me in that situation of telling her everything great about her dad so that she could be a very positive person in life and not hear the damage done from our plight, which was drugs and alcohol and bad decisions back then.
Right.
So I didn't put her through that. And I said, this is just what happened, as clear as it gets, and I'm not going to run anybody else down. Here's the story between me and you from now on. I'm never going to lie to you, and this is what happened.
Now, your driver's license is gone. You don't have a passport.
Right.
Now, you're like Red Fox at this point, except white and alive.
Yes. I am the best passenger you've ever driven with.
Because you can't drive.
I'm a human GPS. Turn right. Turn left. Nope, you missed the turn. Damn it.
So any place you work, you're pretty much just chipping away at that number. $200,000. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've knocked off $400 or $500.
I didn't know if you were like,
no, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm doing all that. I've knocked off $400 or $500 in the last 5 years.
Wait, what did you say?
I've knocked off $400 or $500 of it in the last 5 years.
I think you said 400 and 500,000. I was like, what the hell was it?
No, the gavel went down a year ago. So now in a year, I have totally let all that go because I took it as far as I could. And I said, hey, America, hey, CNN, hey, Joey Behar, hey, everybody, this is what happened to me. It's happening to hundreds of thousands of men out there who find out they're not the fathers of their children. And I think sometimes this law needs to be looked at if you can get a lot of guy out of prison that's been in there for 18 years and he didn't commit the crime because DNA proved it, then why can't I be not held responsible for something that I had an agreement with my wife about anyway, you know?
Have you resigned yourself to the fact that even if that law gets turned around, you're not ever going to be off the hook for that $200K?
No, I've let it go. This is all my past. I don't walk around and talk about it.
No, I mean, but the $200K.
Yes, I have to make that now. I have to pay it off.
And nothing's going to change. It's not like you have this pipe dream of like the judge says I reverse it, you own nothing.
No, I have no pipe dreams.
Because it is your child.
I took it as far as I could.
But I asked you something. Okay, I said it as a statement. Okay. But I'm saying, but that is your child.
That is my responsibility, that financial...
I'm asking Carl.
Okay.
That girl.
Yes.
Whose name we're not saying.
Yes.
That is your daughter.
I haven't faced it like that.
Really?
This is how I look at it. That's my best friend's daughter, and it's my responsibility to help my best friend's daughter. That's how I face this.
This is how the universe works to me. This is what's fascinating about what you just said. Because you saw her once a year for a very long time. For 3 years. Because you said it'll be more healthy for her because of the lifestyle I'm living. Had you had visitation where you went every other week, like my oldest boy and his mom,
right?
This would have been tenfold.
Oh, yeah.
The clusterfuck that it is now.
Sure.
So it's almost in a way like 10 years out, God's going, you know what, just see her once a year because you don't even know the hurricane ahead of you.
Right.
I'm stunned by this whole story because I've always heard it grapevine, and now I'm getting it from the horse's mouth.
Right.
So, but also the usual response, you know this, most people are like, I don't give a shit, man, that's my kid, I don't give a fuck, you can show me,
sure.
That's my kid, I don't know, I don't DNA, all that, but that's my boy, that's my daughter, these are my twins.
Well, I also realize that she's been sabotaged her whole life hearing about me. And you don't change that in one day. So I gave her the stories of her real father and what he would have done and what he would have taught her. And I told her all the stories she wanted to know about Sam. And I realized that I'm the best friend that can do that for her. And that's what I did for 4 years. And then I took her case and all the DNA and I proved to her who her father was. And it gave her closure. And it made her a 22-year-old happy soul. It changed her whole life. She now knows who her father is and where she belongs in life, and she now owns that. And with that, we said goodbye till the future because she lives with her mother and there's still that drama there.
So there's never that like hallmark moment of her going like, okay, I'll see you later, Dad.
But no, there was.
That would be
but she still
foreign.
lives with her mother, so now she still has to go through a lot of drama when she approaches me in life, when she's coming to see me or whatever. And I went, you know what? Let's just wait till you move out on your own and you've got your own house, and then I'm there. I never changed my number. I've had the same phone number for 25 years, for 24 years for her.
Where the fuck, like Bill Kinison and all this has become like.
Oh, he went and hid out. He's quiet. He's over there trying to do a Sam Kinison movie. He's trying to do shit to make money off Sam.
What state does he live in?
Right here, California. Yeah.
How do you just not drive by and put your car through his living room?
Because I'm free and I have art to tell my story. I don't want to do the rest of this in prison. I mean, I
Painter,
fantasize
huh?
about it. Yeah.
Painter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how, like, to wrap. This is so fantastic a story and an incredible story. Incredible meaning unbelievable, not great.
Well, here's what happened. So I go through this court case, and then I let the world know, and then I start drawing in the greatest people that I've ever known in my life. People with integrity, people that come in and give me help. I meet Charlie out of this. I meet my friend Mark Lund out of the Governor's Club. He owns the Governor's Club. I meet those guys. Now I have places to work. Now I have things I'm working on. Now I have these projects that I did a one-man show for the last 6 months that completely changed me because I got to the bottom of all this and dealt with it as a performer. Then I went, I don't want to do this for another year or two as far as a show.
It's almost like you did 12-step, but through performance.
Correct. So I just did all that. And
are you a 12-step guy?
No. I know a little bit of country and I can do a sidestep and that's it.
You're a prick.
What? Yeah, no. I went through my AA years ago and gave it up. I don't tear myself up. I don't drink to excess. I don't do anything.
I'm not lobbying for you to go in. I was just
No. But if anything, I did all my self-help. I went and found it through the stage. I did my shows. I did my art. I got it all out that way. And now I have now I'm looking at my new stand-up where I'm going to put a lot of this in there, but it's not going to be obvious. It's going to be jokes, just like we've learned how to do our whole lives.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to create my payment out of this.
I'm speechless. And anybody that knows me and listens to the podcast, it doesn't happen often or ever. The bottom, what are we at, 120 right now? 123, yeah. Okay. It seems, here's what I know, and I can't even approach your story. So anything I'm saying is what I would say at a cocktail party over the fucking celery sticks. The alimony stuff is so far upside down.
Oh, it's nothing but penalty payments. It's just penalty.
Like child support, I can't even. You have a child support problem.
Yes,
to say the least.
Yes,
you have a big note.
But I am selling CDs.
At Carl _LaBove. It's Carl with a C.
Yes.
As in cash.
Yes. $200,000 CDs.
And what's the name of your website, honey?
CarlLaBove.com.
CarlLaBove.com. And people can email you on your website?
Yes.
And email this guy. Tell him you like his story, and tell him how fucked up your divorce is, and he'll sit and laugh.
Mm-hmm. I do. It's the only way we recover from this stuff. When you've lived it long enough, you turn it around and you create something with it.
You didn't have to pay any alimony.
No.
Because I think you'd be in jail for murder if you did.
Yes.
I didn't pay alimony. I did a buyout, which was brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had $0.
Yeah, right.
But then it just comes down to, and this is where the vibe I'm getting off of you is, well, how much faith do I have in myself to make that back?
Yeah.
And the answer is all of it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I make it back?
Yeah.
Because I make people laugh.
I've punished myself long enough trying to fight this thing, and then when I realized that's as far as I could take it and it was over, I went, okay, I did the best I could. But I learned so much about myself during this battle. I got involved with family rights. I spoke in front of state legislature. I did the 2,000-man march in Washington, D.C., where I spoke in front of those families.
After the Million Man March, you just probably give it a different name.
It was really embarrassing, yeah.
We did
they
the
were expecting 100,000
March
people.
for Fathers' Rights. That sounds a little more dignified than 2,000.
The 2,000-man march.
They got 1 million blacks, all at once. Everyone was on time. What was your deal?
We didn't have a helicopter come over and take that big photo of the crowd. We just had a guy on one of the little skateboards come by. There were about 2,000 of them.
12.5 million midget March? That's Matthew Zachary right there.
Looks like $6.5 million to me.
Oh, God. So you're a supporter of the American Coalition for Fathers and Children.
Yes.
It seems to be like when I listen to a lot of radio, obviously, when I'm driving around, and it seems like every 6 years, there's a little groundswell. You hear the commercials on the radio like, have you been fucked in the ass in a divorce? Like, now we're going to even the playing field. It's about time. Father's rights.
That's right.
And then it just kind of goes away.
It dies away. And I've been a part of that for some 6 years. I was just saying that too.
Why
I've
does
done
it
all
go
these
away?
things because men don't show up to support anything. They can't. They're the ones with no cars.
$200,000?
Yes.
Take the fucking bus. Get paid.
Yes, right. Find a bus there. That's my life.
You would think of
I don't
all the
date.
guys-
Imagine I don't even date because I don't want to tell this
Well, you're
some
not
woman.
an attractive
I
guy.
am too. I am too to somebody.
You're so funny. You're a very good actor. I mean, you really are. All seriousness,
Right.
You're an exceptional actor.
Well, I'm looking for one role that pays $200,000.
It's a role of a guy selling a CD at Governor's. Hey, after the show, you're going to sell merch? And to which you respond, are you fucking kidding me? Did you see my show? Did you see the hat go around in two directions?
Hey, make sure you get those DNA kits all lined up correctly.
Home pregnancy kit tests, fucking live rabbits.
And my Don't Squirt t-shirt. Don't squirt. And the DNA kits.
When in doubt, pull out. I'm at the comedy club. Fucking hats going both ways like black church.
What's that joke I wrote? Like, if you're going to cheat with another man's wife, treat it like a sport. You know, like skeet. Pull.
You're a remarkably upbeat guy, and you're a positive guy, and you're a handful of people I've ever known that have tried to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Which is that's serious.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
But you'll never convince me when you put your head on your pillow at night that you don't have a $200,000 knot in your stomach.
I do. I have the fear that I won't do it.
No, not that you won't do it.
Yeah.
The fact that it's there.
Yeah. But what about the guy who's got cancer? What about the guy who's got,
It doesn't mean I don't still owe $200,000.
Oh, yeah. But
my mother-in-law.
You can't live on it. You can't think on it, or else you don't create on it.
I'm just saying you're a better man than me.
You're just not in my position, that's all. You're upbeat.
Yet. Jay,
I need to talk to you when you're done with your little interview with Carl out in the garage.
You remember Nick Swartzen, right? What? Nick Swartzen?
No, Ralphie, your buddy Ralphie.
Hey, player, love is love, man. Hey, at least you know she was on top and controlled the situation. I didn't want to kill her, man. You knew I could throw some dick now, Jay Mohr. Fuck, I love Ralphie so much. Ralphie.
I was laying naked, and she came by and tripped and fell on me.
Jay Mohr, I'll be honest with you. I was high. I had just taken Pimp for a walk. And I had just picked some fresh cherry tomatoes from my garden. And after I smoked about an eighth of weed, player, I woke up and she was just on top of me. And next thing I know, we're raising a baby. But look, I'm going to be at South Point next week. You should come up for me, man. You can work off that debt. Fucking Ralphie would turn that shit. He's one of the best businessmen I've ever known in my life. I mean that as a compliment. He's a fucking shrewd son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, player. $200,000. Did your daughter graduate from college? Did she go to college?
No, she didn't go to college.
Did she work?
Yes, she worked.
Tell her to fucking kick it in.
That's what I told her. I said,
You did not.
Yeah, I said, you're making $4 an hour. Come on.
You're an idiot.
No, I didn't.
I knew you did. You fucked up. That's how long you've been on the high hog. Your minimum wage is from 1988. What a jerk. Look, you're making... What a fucking jerk. Nice try, LaBove. A double. I'm running over fucking dots. PS1. PS2. I fucking run them all over. I started the Puerto Rican schools. I worked my way to Soho. I don't give a fuck. You fucking jerk. He said, hey, I said, look, you're making minimum wage. You're making $3.36 an hour.
Kick it in.
Plus the tips that you make.
Right.
With your job at the video store. You got a milkman, a town crier to talk to.
Right.
I never had all that
nobody.
Stuff. I got nobody. God, you sit around your kids, you listen to the radio all